Hello, good afternoon, C. Hello, good afternoon. Kaimo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Priyu. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Timmy. Good afternoon, Jungjam.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Kaupan. Good afternoon, Granda. Hello. Do you guys miss coming to school? Yes. So, okay, I have 8 of you, okay? So, it's already been spent like 5 minutes. So, let's go on with the attendance. Okay, so I'll call out your names, okay? Fuji. Are you here, Fuji? No, right? Pumpond. Pumpond is not here, right? I didn't see Pumpond. Okay. Jumjam is here. Kaimuk here?
Yes.
Oh, Kaimuk here, right? BM is here. C. Oh. Oh, okay. This is just like a C, right? Your name written here is SEA. Priyu is
Yes,
here. Grato is gonna be absent for sure. Nikki is also absent. I don't see him. Okay, Archie. Are you here, Archie? No. Timmy. I saw Timmy present. Armas. Mina. Granda.
Present.
Teacher.
Nest.
Teacher.
Nest is here, right? Okay. Pim. Kapan is here. Tata. Tata. No. Sunshine. Sprite. Narnia. Mimi. Pai Pai. Are you here, Pai Pai?
Present.
Okay. Mo. Mo. No. Q. Abibu, right? Not here. All right. So that's it. Okay. I can see Mina. Mina just joined in. Where's Mina? Okay. Mina, you here, right? Present.
Yes.
All right. So just right on time. Okay, so I'll stop sharing the attendance sheet. Okay, so let's get started. So before we move on to our today's lesson, let's try to recollect what we have learned in our last class. So I will ask you guys some questions, okay? I will ask randomly to answer. First question I want to ask you guys is, we learned about the layers of the earth in our last class, right? We have started the chapter 7. It's about the layers of the earth. So how many layers of earths do we have? How many layers do we have on our earth? Granda, how many layers does the earth have? Yes, Granda? Okay, who can tell me the answer here? Pai. How many layers are there in our earth?
4.
4. You can also say 3, okay? 3 layers or 4 layers, it's both correct, okay? So what are they? The 3 layers, the crust, mantle, and core, right? Second question, out of these 3 layers, right? Out of these 3 or 4 layers, which one is the hottest layer? Out of the layers, which one is the hottest layer? Mina. Mina, which one is the hottest layer in our earth? Okay. How about Priu? Which layer is the hottest? Which layer of the earth is the hottest? Okay, Priu doesn't know.
Inner core.
Inner core. Okay, very good, Priu. It's a correct answer. Inner core is the hottest layer, right? So inner core is so hot that it cannot melt. The temperature is above 7,000 degrees Celsius, right? Which layer is the thickest layer out of crust, mantle, and core? Jumjam.
Yes,
What is the thickest layer?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
the thickest layer. We have crust, mantle, and core, right? So out of these three layers, which one is the thickest layer?
Again, can you give me a choice?
Choice is crust, mantle, and core. The choice.
Crust?
Crust, no.
Wait.
No. The correct answer is mantle. Okay, mantle is the thickest core, thickest layer, sorry, thickest layer of the earth. Okay. Next question, what should I ask? Okay, let's see from the activities. Okay. Name, okay, this one is going to be so easy for you. What is the temperature of the outer core? What is the temperature of the outer core? Timmy, what is the temperature of the outer core? The temperature of the outer core. I think we have did this in our last class. I'll let you guys write down, right? Okay, I will ask this to C. C. Okay, C. What is the temperature of the outer layer? Okay, the temperature is between 400 degrees Celsius to 4,000 degrees Celsius to 6,000 degrees Celsius, okay? So here in the core part, right, there is two layers. In the core only, there is two layers, right? Inner core and outer core, okay? So inner core, in the inner core, the pressure is so high, right? That it cannot melt anymore, okay? So they have a solid iron and nickel, okay? Whereas outer core, the temperature is 4,000 to 6,000 degrees Celsius, right? So they can melt. So they have a molten iron and nickel, okay? So let's get started with our today's lesson then. I'll share my screen. Hold on for a second. Okay. Okay, so today's topic is going to be on the slow process that changed the Earth surface. So our Earth surface, right? It keeps on changing. Okay, it's because of some of the process. Okay, so the process I will let you guys know later on. Okay, so let's first know what is the meaning of slow process. Okay. Slow process means the change that is occurring slowly, okay, is called as slow process. The change that is occurring is called as slow process, okay? So our Earth keeps on changing every time, right? Slow process, okay? So some changes on the Earth's surface are caused by slow process, such as the slow process are the weathering, okay, the erosion and deposition. So I want someone to read this. Abibu. Q, right? Abibu,
Yes.
can you please read this three slow process?
Weathering,
Weathering,
erosion,
erosion.
deposition.
Okay, very good, Abibu. So it's weathering, erosion, and deposition are the three slow process that causes the change in our Earth surface. Okay, everyone? Okay, so first let's look at weathering. Okay, Weathering, the word weathering is a process, okay? It's a process where a rock is broken down, okay? It's broken down into smaller pieces on the earth's surface is called as weathering, okay? Broken down of a rock into smaller pieces is called as it's called as weathering, okay? So also weathering have 3 different types, okay, everyone? Weathering also have 3 different types. So they are, I want someone to read. I want you guys to be active. Kaimuk. Kaimuk, can you please read these 3 types of weathering?
Physical weathering, biological weathering, and chemical weathering.
Okay, very good, Kaimuk. Physical weathering, biological weathering, and chemical weathering are 3 different types of weathering. Okay, so let's first look at physical weathering. Okay, physical weathering also is called as mechanical weathering. Okay, so here in the physical weathering breaks down the rock. Okay, they breaks down the rock without changing their chemical composition, without undergoing chemical change. Okay, the rock breakdowns without going under chemical change. Okay, so here the big differences, okay, the main causes is the temperature between the daytime and nighttime. Due to the temperature during the daytime and nighttime causes the rock to weather. All right. See here, different temperature during the nighttime and during daytime. And this is going to be the outer layer. This is how the rock is going to crack. Okay. So here, first, let's look at during the daytime. Okay. So during the daytime, what happens? The outer layer of the rock is hot. Why does it become hot? It's because of the sun, right? During the day, because of the sunlight, it becomes hot, right? Well, the center will still be cold, okay? So here, the outer layer of the rock, it tends to expand. Because of the heat, they try to expand, okay? They try to expand. Let's look at night, during the nighttime. So at nighttime, when the temperature drops, okay, when the temperature drops, the outer layer of the rock, right, it cools faster, okay? It heats up faster and also cools up faster than its center and contracts slightly. So what does the word contract means? Do you guys remember this word? Contracts means going back to its normal size, okay? So after some time, the outer layer rock cracks and breaks off because the rock has been heated up during the day. It expands, right? And during the nighttime, the rock cools and it contracts. It keeps on changing, right? Because of these change, due to the change in the temperature during the daytime and nighttime, leads the rock to crack and break off. Understand, everyone? Okay, let me know if you have any question, okay? Next one can also be in the cold weather, for example, in a very cold areas, okay? Weathering also involves water, okay? In cold areas, the weathering also involves water. So what happens is, in winter or in the very cold places, water, right? The water, what happens at night? It freezes, right? When it becomes cold, the water freezes. And when the water in the cracked rocks freezes, it leads to the expansion. Okay, the rock cracks. Okay, understand, everyone? Because of the cold weather, the water tends to freeze. And when it freezes, it leads to the crack here. Okay. Understand? Yes, no, say something, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Second one is biological weathering. So biological weathering, in the biological weathering, right? Living things, right? It contributes to biological weathering. Living things contribute to biological weathering. So what are the living things? Okay, if you don't say anything, I will ask you guys a question. Mina, what are living things? Sorry. What are living things, Mina? It's easy. Living things.
Living thing.
Okay. How about BM? What is living things? BM? What are living things? Okay, listen here, everyone. This is very easy, guys. Living things.
Worm. Tree.
The trees, right? Trees, the plants, right? What else are living things? The plants, the animals, and we humans are living things. So living things contributes to biological weathering, okay? So growing plants, okay? Growing plants' root can exert stress and pressure on the rock. Can you see this here? The rock has been grown out of nowhere, right? Because when the plant grows, what happens? Here also, when the plant grows, the root also tends to grow, right? And that leads to that pressure. Okay, that pressure on the rock. Because of this pressure on the rock, it will let the rock to break off. Okay. And also, sometimes burrowing animals and even human can break down the rock into smaller pieces. So what is burrowing animals? Okay, the word burrowing animals means making holes, the smaller insects, right? For example, these worms, okay? The ants, right? They are burrowing animals, okay? So they tend to make holes in the soil, right? So that leads to the breakage of rock as well, all right? Okay, third one, let's go to chemical weathering. So chemical weathering, it involves chemical reaction, okay? So the rain, right? The rain is naturally acidic, right? Because why is it acid? Why is the rain acid? Because of the emission, okay, of fossil fuel, the coals, the gasolines, right? When the gasolines are burned, the more acidic, right? Gases are released into the air, okay? It releases into the air, and as a result, we get a acid rain. That makes the rain more acidic because of the coal, burning of coal, gasoline, right? And even the factories can lead to acid rain, okay? The cars, industrials, okay? So here, some rocks such as limestones, okay, have minerals in them, okay? They have minerals in them. They tend to react with the acid rain, okay? And that leads to the rock, that leads to weathered rock, or rock that will make the rock weathered, okay? Understand, because of the acid rain, okay? Because of the acid rain on the limestone, when the acid rains, right? When the acid rain tends to react with this limestone, they become weathered, the rock become weathered. So this is how it looks like. We can where can we see these things? We can see it in the caves and all, right? So this is a chemical weathering in limestone. Okay. Do you guys have any question? Pai Pai, do you have question? Pai Pai?
No.
No, do you understand Pai Pai?
Yeah.
Okay, please let me know if you don't get it, okay? Others as well, please let me know if you don't get it. Next one. Now we are done with weathering, the 3 process of weathering, okay? Next one is we're going to look at erosion, okay? Erosion. Remember this word. Erosion is the process of transportation, okay? It's the process of transportation or the movement of a rock and soil materials or sediments by natural agent. Okay, it's the process of transportation or moving of the smaller particles like soil and rocks, okay, to another place, such as the natural agent can be the running water, the waves, glacier, and wind, okay? Can someone read that? I want someone to read. Where is BM? BM, can you please read? Ah, I remember BM said that your mic is not working, right? How about Priu? Can you please read Priu? This 4 natural agent.
Running water,
Mhm.
glaciers,
Glaciers, winds. Okay, very good, Priu. I don't want you guys to feel sleepy. That's why I'm letting you guys read. So these are the 4 natural agents, okay? Running water, waves, glaciers, and wind are the 4 natural agents that leads to the erosion, okay? Running water, right? The waves, the ocean waves, right? The glaciers, melting of ice. And the wind are the 4 agents that leads to the erosion. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, you can. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So the rain, okay, that washes the sediments into streams. Okay, rain washes the sediments into streams. Okay, whereas the wind, right, they will blow away the sediments. Okay, they will blow away and transport, move them to another location. The glaciers can carry them too. They can also let the sediments too move away from one place to another. And the last one is landslide, and mudslide is another example. Okay, these are the another natural agents. Okay, so landslide and mudslides happens when the soil and rocks on the slopes are unstable and slides down the slope. So here in Bangkok, right, we don't have mountains here, right? But like areas like in Chiang Mai, they have mountains, right? So landslide and mudslides usually happens in the areas where there is mountains, okay? So, and also it happens during the monsoon time. During the rainy season time, what happens is when it rains so much, right? The soil becomes loose, okay? The soil on the mountains become loose. And then what happens when it becomes loose? It cannot hold it anymore, right? It will slide down the slope and then block the roads like this. Even in my country, in my country also there's lots of mountains. So Sometimes we also face the blockage of the road as well. Okay, we need to sometimes like park the cars around here and need to clear this up. Call someone to clear this up. Okay. So this is a Grand Canyon. Okay, Grand Canyon was created by erosion. Okay, so the wind and the running water help to shape this canyon. Okay, the wind and running water help this canyon. This is just an example. Okay, so I will ask you guys a question here. What type, this picture, first picture, what type of erosion created this rock formation? Mina, what type of erosion created this rock formation? Is it wind? Is it waves? Is it the glaciers? Or is it streams? What is it? It's yes, very good. It's the wind. Okay, wind created this. Okay, this rock formation. Okay, the second one. I want to ask this to C. See, how about the second one? What type of erosion formed this water arc? What type of erosion formed this water arc? So the answer for this one is going to be the waves, the ocean waves created this. Okay, so we are running out of time. Let's look at this one. Deposition. We have around 8 minutes. Okay, so deposition is the lying down of sediments carried by winds, flowing water, and the sea or the ice. Okay, everyone. Understand? Sediments can be transported as a pebble. Okay, as a sand and as a mud. The deposition creates many types of landforms on the earth, such as it can be the sand dunes in the desert. This is the example, okay? And another example is the delta at the river mouth. Okay, everyone, delta at the river mouth carries the sediments. Okay, so this is it, everyone. We are done. So can you all turn to page number 77? We are running out of time, 7 minutes. Turn to page number 77. Slow process that change the surface of the earth. So what are the three processes that change the surface of the earth? I want to ask this to Timmy. Are you there, Timmy? I think most of you already left, only 8 of you. I will check on the video later on and see who left. Okay, everyone, so this is the answer. Weathering, erosion, and deposition is the answer for this one. This is the very easiest one. Okay, done writing? Kaimuk, are you done writing?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay. Let me know if you're done, okay, so that we can proceed to the next one. It's page 77. Okay, I will move on to next one. I think you guys are done with this. Okay, what is weathering? Weathering is a breakage of rocks into a smaller pieces. There are three types of weathering and name them and their primary causes. So three types of weatherings are, what are they? The three types of weathering are physical weathering, biological weathering, and chemical weathering. And their causes are for physical weathering, change in temperature, whereas biological weathering is living things such as plants, right? The chemicals such as acid rain. And next one, let's look at question 3. What is erosion? Erosion is the removal or transportation of weathered materials to other places. Weathered materials can be the rock, the smaller rock, right? The cracked ones. How is weathering differ from erosion? Weathering is breaking of rocks without moving them to new places, right? Whereas erosion just involves in the movement to new location. And the last one is state 3 agents of erosion. Wind, glaciers, running water such as streams are the example. So let's see how many minutes we have. We have 2 minutes. I'll give you guys 1 minute to write this, and if you cannot finish, then I will let you guys take a picture of it, and you can send it in the line group later on. One minute 40 seconds. So I think you guys can take picture of it. Okay, I will give you 10 seconds to take this picture. 10, I'll count down. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You've taken picture, right? Okay. I'll move on to next one. The last one. What is deposition? Deposition is a process in which sediments or weathered rocks are being transported or dropped. So this one also take picture. We have less than 1 minute. If you have finished taking picture, you can leave the Zoom classroom. Okay, and I will see you guys next Thursday. You can leave the Zoom classroom. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye, Kaimok. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Take care, everyone. Be safe. PM, bye. See, bye. Kaupan, bye. Okay.